Alright, how y'all doing? We are out here in my outside worm bin with a bunch of red wigglers, and we're going to do a feeding today. I think this is our 7th or 8th feeding. It's been about a week. So I'm just going to kind of look through and look at last week's feeding. I know we had a bunch of pineapple chunks and some other good fruits. I want to apologize, my air conditioning is running, so got some sound stuff going on, but some red wigglers right off the bat kind of embedded themselves in, I think this is like a banana peel that they have kind of going through the edges of it. I know we put a lot of coffee in here too. It was just kind of a big feeding overall. This is the top of the banana bunch that I put in here. It definitely feels squishy, like it absorbs some moisture, which will definitely help them get into it. This is part of a pineapple chunk. I'll kind of set that to the side. See some mold in some of the tea and coffee chunks I have in here, and a whole lot of cocoons. And I see a lot of the grit still. So this was a pretty big feeding for these guys. And they've got some partners in crime here helping them out. Some soldier fly larvae. Just a lot of worms inside and out of these banana peels. I have some banana peels that I put in here from our outdoor banana plant. And it just produces a lot of bananas, so I figured I'd put all those peels in here. I'm just going to kind of dig around and air this out a bit. It definitely has a lot of the old feeding in here, so I'm probably not going to give them too much. Oh my, just a lot of worms. Feel them crawling all through my hand. And cocoons, worms, just everything, and just wonderful castings too. Here you can see this guy's got his tone's a little bloated, so he either made it or is going to. But yeah, there's a good amount of food still in here, just mushy. Not a whole lot recognizable other than these pineapple chunks and the banana peels, which I knew were going to take a while, but the apples and some of the bigger stuff is not in here. And here's some of that soldier fly larva. They definitely go in packs too. But a lot of worms, a lot of worms. Especially since I only started this with, I think at most 50 worms, kind of a failed attempt indoors at a bin. Just did white paper and probably didn't have the moisture right, and I just made all kinds of mistakes. So rather than kill the rest of the worms, I threw them out in some compost, and 4 months later came back and I was surprised how many worms were in there. So I decided to treat them as an outdoor worm bin and start feeding them. And this is what we have. Now this, yep, I think I opened this up last time, and there was a, just the seed part of the mango in there. And now they have gotten in here, and there's lots of worms that have decided to make this thing home. So we'll let them keep that home. We'll just dig up a little bit more before I put down the feeding. And now I didn't put any bedding material down because I felt like we had a lot of just leaves and sticks and all that kind of stuff. I wanted them to focus on that, but I'm going to put some bedding down for them this time. I am just really happy with this bin. It is exploding with worms. Certainly had seen a lot of cocoons as I was digging through the last few feedings. This is a peach seed. So this is what you get when you have a lot of cocoons. lots of worms. So let's set a site here, and we will start our feeding. So first things first, I'm gonna put some of this bedding down. This is just some cut up toilet paper tubes, and then some shredded Amazon boxes that I put in my shredder. Actually, it works pretty well. Use that a lot for my indoor bin, but there's some carbon for them. And then we'll stay with that theme of trying to get rid of the rest of the bananas. Unless I put them all in, I'm not sure. But I do put in this, this is green, this is broccoli and stuff from my garden that we use to juice. And this comes out the back of it. I think I've explained that a couple times. But right now it's really frozen. So I'll just put a bunch of that in there. Yep, and there's some of the banana peels from previous times. But we're not going to make this too big of a feeding. So I'll probably just stick to that. And maybe give him some of the strawberries and such. I did want to give him this big old banana. We just let it go too long. So I'm just going to break it up for him. Now, we broke up some bananas last time, and I didn't see any of that. So they went right through there. But we're going to add in some strawberries. I did want to add in this peach. Unfortunately, it too went bad. You know, I'd much rather get the nutrients into my body by eating them. But, you know, sometimes stuff goes bad. So, next best thing is feed it to the worms. So, I think that'll do it for the feeding. Like I said, they have so much of this other stuff. Pineapple chunks, some of the banana in here. So, we'll just kind of intersperse that with it. So, this ends up going to end up being a little smaller feeding. And I am not going to put any of the coffee in it this time. So we'll just stick to what we have here, and that will do it. So I hope you enjoyed this video. If you did, I'd appreciate a thumbs up, hit the like button, and I will see you in a week on this outdoor bin, and hopefully sooner on the indoor bin. So I'm just gonna bury it here. This is an outdoor bin in 20-gallon fabric pots, doubled up. 2 20-gallon fabric pots. So that helps me kind of keep all the critters out. I just put like a little basin bin on top of it, and then I check it every day. Not dig through it, but I come lift up the flaps. I don't lift up the bin. If I'm going to move it, I'll just slide it because I don't want to disturb the worms. But yeah, that helps keep the critters away, letting them know that someone's going to be in here, so I don't get anybody trying to eat these worms. So, all right, that is it. Hope you liked it. Take care.